Hello, hello. I am live currently, so hopefully you are able to see this reading. Okay, I can see the chat now. All right, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and get into some messages. I'm not sure which old decks I'm going to be using tonight, but we'll find out here. Okay. I am going to start with some tarot, some ethereal visions. Hopefully you are well. FYI, we have experienced a celestial event called a lunar standstill. In case you did not know, in case you were feeling a little full moony the other day. I kind of brought it up in the read yesterday, which you can find in the community tab. But then I saw something on the internet about it, and it's like, oh, there was like that explained it, like something was going on, astrologically speaking. So I think the peak is actually this month in January, and it's supposed to go through June. So yeah. Anyway. Oh my gosh, guys, I have to turn my heat down. This house is so warm. It got like warm here today, and now it's like hot. Maybe I'll crack a little window instead. Yeah, old fashioned. That ought to do it. Be enough. Enough is enough. You guys ever see that movie with Jail Enough? I thought that was a pretty good movie. By the way, you guys, if you would like to make a monetary donation via PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, it is here at Ophelia's Band is the account I use for those donations. Or if you want to just support the channel the old-fashioned way, you can thumbs up the video or consider subscribing to the channel. Okay. And once I get to a certain membership level, you guys, on subscribers, then I can do like members only, members first, content and stuff. So, that's up to the collective. So, we're all working here, right? Seven of Swords. Has somebody been a little deceptive lately, collective? Sorry, I rinsed off earlier, so my hair's a little cray cray. I had a pretty full day today, but I thought I would get on here and go ahead and do a reading. So yeah, some deception in the energy. Three of Pentacles. It could be with somebody that you work with, or have worked with, or are currently working with. So at the start of the year, you might want to rethink contract negotiations, things of that nature. Maybe it's time you start negotiating for that raise, right? Stuff of that nature. Because you might be planning for a future collective, not only for yourself, but your family, right? Trying to get to that 10 of Pentacles. So, having that winner's mindset, right? Knight of Swords. Okay. Air energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So if for some reason you broke a contract with somebody that was deceptive, using deceptive practices for some reason, and this came through in yesterday's reading also about like needing possibly to fire somebody. So this might be a continuation. Often my reads are continuation events, especially cycling around full moons. And since we had this like lunar standstill, so this might be kind of a continuation from the other day. So, especially how the cards are coming out here, I feel like that this person could be like running back to a situation, trying to make some kind of amends, and like and claim that like they weren't really part of it, that they didn't know what was going on, and all these things, right? And yeah, obviously, collective, you have the right to either accept or renegotiate, right? Because it's not a one-way contract. There's there's more than two peas, or there's at least two peas in this pod, right? Is what I'm getting. And possibly what could have made the contract null and void is if other people, I hate to use this example, but like, because obviously it wasn't all Yoko's fault, but at the time everybody was against Yoko. I mean, it's that kind of like, oh, well, somebody brought in another decision maker, another energy, like that's not what we agreed to before, right? But perhaps collective things have changed, right? So, you know what I mean? Regardless of what everybody else thinks, you may be in a different situation. Like I said, striving for a 10 of Pentacles. Whereas maybe just before you were only looking, maybe out for yourself and your buddies, right? Like, things change. And people grow up, right? And there's no shame in that. It's like those people, still running around the neighborhood doing the same things that they always did and never changing, never growing, never, you know what I mean? Like they didn't even step out of their square radius of that neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, okay, please tell me how you experienced life. You know what I mean? In a bubble. Page of Wands. Yeah, this is your outcome with it. So you might get some kind of message regarding this this contract where you're gonna have to kind of re-invoke it, reimagine it, something. Yeah. Because for some of you collective, your part of your 10 of Pentacles that's coming is going to involve children here with the Page of Cups. And yeah, if you don't, right, if you don't actively look out for yourself, you could end up, in a not so great position here with the Five of Pentacles, right? Okay. So we got some yeah. No, not right now. My dog wants to start whining during the reading. Let me get some clarifiers for us here with the Modern Witch tarot deck. Remember, this is a tarot reading. If it's not your energy, just move on. So, but if it is, feel free to claim it and feel free to learn something from this interaction. Okay. So, kind of what I got to say about that. I'm a little wore out, collective. Well, it's Friday, right? So it's just like there was a lot of energy in the air, and maybe some of that lunar standstill. Okay, so let's find out more about this Seven of Swords, please. What does the collective need to know? Nine of Swords. Hierophant. Yeah, they're worried that you know too much. You know too much. You're too smart, right? With the Hierophant, in order to go back into that situation. And now they're up at night, like, oh, what am I gonna do? Because I was always leaning on them, right? Like maybe you were the one who was cleaning up their messes all the time, and you had to say, look, or maybe you fired this person before and you let them come back, right? And it didn't turn out. And you're like, look, I can't keep doing this. You know what I mean? So it's a situation where you know better than to let this person, cross that boundary and you're having to put your foot down. And the Hierophant is somebody who plays by the rules collective. That's also Taurus. I'm also getting something about North Node. So for some of you, this kind of being the boss may be a little new to you. Um, you know, like, it's not like you want to be a dick, but sometimes you right? Not everybody's gonna like you anyway, right? Like, and people are gonna think all sorts of things without ever even having a single conversation about you. So, whose happiness are you worried about? Right. And, the collective's not here, the one breaking the laws. So, the fact that these people want to come in and steal and betray and things like that, it's like, wait a second. Did you forget what the laws even are? Okay. Like, legally, there are laws against things that some of these people are doing, right? Like, but it's like because you know them, like maybe you went to school together or you lived in the same neighborhood or whatever. So they want to act like they're Robin Hood, like getting away with it. Ha ha, like support me. I'm haha, you know what I mean? Like they're bucking the system or something, but really what they're doing is they're taking from you, directly from you. And they want you to sit there and clap for them. That is their delusional mindset. Yes, sad but true. 11:44. I'm like, I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. Right. So, yeah. Mm, channeling is fun, isn't it? I swear my hair looks so much better than it's appearing on camera right now. I don't know what's going on. Can't, yeah, see, like you can see my curls there, but like not in the back. But anyway, it's the message that's important, not the packaging. As I said the other day, I got to stick by my statements, right? Look at this, you guys. Page of Cups. What did I say? You're working toward this is like, okay, and here's why I disagree with, the whole Paul John whatever saga, because you know what? Paul went off and got married. Paul went off and had kids. Okay, so what? He was still on the Beatles, but you know what? So these other guys had the right to go and pursue their happiness as well, didn't they? All right. So, you know what I mean? It's like let people go live their lives, right? And that's what I'm getting here with this Page of Cups, because that can represent fertility, you guys. And what was I saying earlier about for some of you, this isn't just about looking out for yourself anymore. It's about looking out for a bigger cause, a family unit, like your long-term goal, things like that. Yeah, you could even be having dream. This is going to be weird. You could even be having dreams about this right now. Mm. You know, they say there's never a right time, so whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Except hopefully, congratulations to the right person, right? And hopefully the right person is your emperor, or you're this emperor here, Aries. Spring, okay. So like two reads ago, spring was coming through. Um, Look at, oh my gosh, you got Lover's card. See, this is something that's meant to be. So this is what I mean about this renegotiation. You might have to negotiate something a little bit different, right? In order to allow for both, this next generation to come into your family structure and cycle, okay? And for you to retain, um, the skills that you need to, kind of maintain, being an emperor and like passing the skills on and things of that nature. Okay. And there could be a lot of people also, masculine, especially if you're resonating with this masculine energy where it's like, If you're not around, like stuff just doesn't get done, or people just act like, it's like that weaponized incompetence thing. Right. Well, I have to wait until so and so gets here before I touch anything because it's like, well, why don't you just call the repairman? Well, who's paying for the repairman? Yeah, probably this emperor, right? Yeah, time to renegotiate that. And in some cases, these people collective are the ones that are, betraying, you know? And they'll go turn around and be like, oh, you know what? I got 100 bucks out of so and so the other day. Can you believe that? I told them my tire was low and they took pity on, I mean, it's stuff like this. This is what people will do and have no remorse about it whatsoever. And they'll still write out of the cash register on you on camera. I mean, like they won't even care. And this is what they'll do afterwards. They'll be like, well, you're not paying me enough, and I have this expense and this expense. And it's like, yet here you're giving them all these hours. Okay. hmm Yeah. And then they want to go in the boss. This is the same message I had the other day about the people want to complain to the boss. They're like, oh, but I'm doing this and I'm doing this in the boss's office, right? Well, you know what? A lot of other people have had that job before, honey or bro or whoever you are, right? You're not the first barback. You're not the first waitress to ever be invented, right? Other people have had to survive. hmm And they didn't do it by thieving, not only from like maybe their register or for, sometimes it's like when people snatch other people's tips and that kind of stuff, I mean, they'll do it, right? Come in, swoop in on one of your customers, start flirting with them, and they, get the tip. You know what I mean? Right? Well, here's the thing. Yeah, once that's not around, that's like, oh man, now who do I have to con? Right. And in fact, when you might have put your foot down collective and read them the law, and then maybe if it's involves legal stuff, then other people are going to know about it too, aren't they? About who you better not be dealing with, or you're going to get burned. hmm You know what I mean? Like old W said, fool me once, you know? That's like one of the funniest mess ups of a quote because it was went into like the Who, we won't get fooled again. That's the important part. Like I said, it's not the message. So I mean, don't worry about the packaging so much. Like, don't forget what the message is. Okay, the message is don't get fooled by these people. I don't care if you can't remember the saying. But I bet you can remember not to get fooled again by so and so with their little story about their flat tires and their oil changes. And I don't have a man to do this for me and that for me, or I don't have a woman to, you know what I mean? Well, you know what? I got a massage today. I paid somebody for it. You know what I mean? There's people out there who will provide you with physical touch for a service fee, right? And it's actually good for your body, right? You know? You don't have to be gropey McGroperson out here trying to cop free feels on unsuspecting folks in taverns and restaurants across America or Europe or wherever else for that matter, because it happens everywhere, right? Yeah, I'm the swarmy types that show up to the Catholic church acting all Catholic later. Yeah, I didn't want to shake his hand down either. Showing up with his wife. Get away from me, you freak. It's because you're in a house of God. You don't fool me, man. You don't fool me. Yeah. Yeah, they like to hide out, don't they? So for some of you collective, that might be a renegotiation. You know what I mean? Maybe there's just people that aren't, they're not holding the buck ethically. And so that might be that's why sometimes it's hard to break free from these things. Is to be like, oh, well, I grew up in this church, or I've worked for these people for years, but how are they working you? You know, and they're doing it under the guise of, oh, well, I'm providing you spiritual growth, or I'm providing you all these wonderful opportunities. But yeah, at the same time, I'm stabbing you in the back. So it can go both ways, right? Mm-hmm. Whether you're the boss or the employee. So I gave you, if you didn't understand that, watch the replay and listen again. Okay. There's that I think her name it's Lisa something. She's on YouTube, but she's an author and she has several books, and one of her like kind of famous motivational things is like how many times she retook like some class or something and restudied for it because she wanted to have this thing done. You know what I mean? Some people would just give up, right? But she persisted. Alas, she persisted, right? If I figured it out, I'll put it in the comments in the community tab where I post the video. I mean, she's like a really well known like she has stuff on Audible and all sorts of stuff. So again, 2025, that might be the time where you're tapping into your leadership skills. You're like, yeah, I don't really want to worry about all these low vibration. Like, I don't need to learn how to steal, but I do need to learn how to fire people more effectively in my emperor briefs. You know what I mean? Like, so, it might be something like that. So, yeah, Seven of Wands, you have a right to defend what's yours. So, when these people come back saying, oh, give me one more chance, blah, 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 and you're like, you better back it up because what you've shown me ain't cutting it. And especially not after I've been good to you, right? After I've been a good neighbor, after I've been a good friend, after I've been a good student, after I've been a good teacher, after I've been a good boss, after I've been a good employee, after I've been a good husband, after I've been a good wife, after I've been a good son, after I've been a good mother, a good father, a good daughter. List goes on. And the race is on it, right? And it feels like heartache when I lose it all, or whatever it is. Ace of Wands, yeah. This person could be very passionate. You could be very passionate back, right? You're like, look, I'm trying to level up here. Again, this is more fire energy. This Ace of Wands, the Aries again, um, where they're like, oh, they're just trying to throw the book at you. They're just trying to scare you, and you're like, actually, no, I mean it. I'm putting my foot down, and this is my rite of passage. According to the higher ups. No matter what church you go to. All right. Because as humans, we're walking in the living God, are we not? For some people, they say that's through Christ. For others, it's spirituality. For some people, it's, what did they say? They have spoken through the prophets. There was more than one prophet, folks, in many, many different religions around the world for a reason. There needs to be a message of hope, okay, in a unifying, again, this same symbol. I had the umbrella. I was talking about the umbrella the other day. I had a fan. Okay, this happens to be this artist actually was from Japan who did this shirt. So I thought it was pretty. It was kind of remind me of the comic book. This is actually John Mayer playing the guitar here. Yes, pull my deadhead friends. Sorry, guys. I gotta move my wheelchair. I'm kind of like in a different room doing this stuff. Oh my gosh. What else we got? So yeah, don't trade your passion for glory, right? You're like, I don't care what your latest drama is. I need my space and I have the right to work on it, you know. So yeah, that's how you're kind of handling that. Here we are again, page ones. Clarifying the page one. So yeah, you may get this message. Especially somebody trying to ruffle your feathers. This could be somebody that you worked with a long time ago and they're, kind of need of, maybe they're don't have as many hours at their new job or whatever job, blah blah. Now they're coming to you and you're like, yeah, well, last time, you know, or last time I remember you kept criticizing my work and saying it wasn't enough, and then you wanted to hire somebody else. So I said, okay. And then I went on and had a wonderful career elsewhere, right? That's the name of that story. Have you ever had that happen before, Collective? I have. And then I got the email saying, "Oh, it didn't work out with the new person. Come back." I'm like, "Look, I already went through a program. I'm working somewhere else now." So, right? Yeah, these people could be checking in on you. So, this could be coming in the form of like messages, phone calls. Definitely watch out for like spam. You know what I mean? Just know who you're talking to out there. Three of wands, right? Somewhere out there. What else are we gonna do for you guys tonight? I did want to do some white cards here. So I hope that everybody sees this video, that they are having a pleasant time. I thought about being peoply again this evening, but I decided to do a reading instead since I was already peoply enough during the day today. So, but it was all right, especially for a Friday. It was rather busy out there. It was a sunny day, and which was so nice to have the sun again because we've been so overcast and in winter getting actual snow on the ground. Who's that, Collective? Well, I have a feeling it's this emperor, okay? And this emperor who maybe wants to pop one in you. For lack of a better explanation there, okay? Um invest. Yeah, I feel like you're investing in different things, time wise. People think of investing as only with money. And it's like, no, your time is an investment. Your brain is an investment. Your body is an investment. Your voice, what you say is an investment. It's an investment into, manifesting what you want into your future. Right. Um, maybe this year you want to read 3 novels. Okay. And some people be like, you can get through 3 novels easy. Well, maybe you're a parent now. Maybe, sitting down and reading is just, maybe you need to invest in one of the, audio type versions where you can just listen. Okay. And then you can still invest your time wisely, right? And get something out of it where your hands and your eyes can still be free, right? We have technology these days to help us do things, right? And I feel like, Collective, as you're doing that, other people are going to be like, oh gosh, yeah, because the collective's not there because they're off doing their own thing. And you know what I mean? Like investing in themselves instead of investing in these people. that just wanted to, sorry, rip you off. We wanted to rip you off and get away with it and not have anybody know about it. That's the energy on those cards. So if you don't like it, maybe it's not your message, or maybe it is, and you're just getting triggered and you just need to tap off of the reading, okay? And, do something to center yourself. Practice some meditation. Something very easy you can do some tapping, right? And it's called EFT. Okay. There's lots of videos out there on it online. There's lots of free tools at your fingertips. It's all about practicing it. Okay. So again, how are you investing your time? Some people they try and buy a better body, or you can just treat your body right. Maybe the first 1,500 times, hopefully. Right? How many days are in a lifetime? Every single day you get a new chance to do something good for yourself. Like today, I got a massage. I had been needing one for a very, very long time, you guys, and it was amazing, I have to say. I was very glad that I invested that time into myself physically and mentally and emotionally as well. Some people, they have an emotional release when they get a massage. You can just like start crying. It's a physical reaction, almost like, when you're chopping onions. So, for some of you, if you are feeling a little extra emotional currently, okay, um, don't be afraid of it, right? As we get older, it's like we're trained not to show our emotions and all the stuff, and emotions that are seen as weakness or whatever. But just think of it as like it's like being at a movie, and it's a sad part in the movie, and you cry, and then you let it out, and then you have to move on with your day, right? So for somebody, you might be dealing with some grief over the situation, especially if this is a family member or somebody very close to you, a partner or something, where you just realize you can't continue the relationship because there's no trust. There's no pathway forward for communicating, honestly. And you're standing on that business. For you, that might be, in 2025, you're asserting yourself, right? Teachers complain about it all the time, right? People not meeting the standard. And they just want you to slide on by, right? So it's just sliding on by. Well, you know me, and or I'm on the football team, right? Hmm. People trying to use their influence, because the fall is rough when those people realize life's not always going to be like that, right? And they're not always in control. Okay. But I think collective, that's something that you've understood now for a long time. So you're like accepting the situation. Okay. And that's why you're okay to renegotiate. That's why you're okay to really level up into this type of emperor type role, sitting in your power, right? Making the calls, making it happen, right? hands. Whatever that you're passionate about could involve your hands. Okay. So like I was getting this the other day too, like those welders that make the yard sculptures and stuff, you know. You could do something like that. You know, somebody that works with their hands. I mean, you could say I'm working with my hands. The massage therapist, she was working with her hands, you know, but she massaged through my hands, and I was, oh my, that's done so long. Yeah. These new adventures collective, you are it's like you're taking them seriously, but not so seriously that you're not willing to, you know, go through the cycle of learning, right? You realize, yes, there's ups and downs, and there's going to be a settling point where you accept where you're at, right? Unfortunately, some people they just refuse to accept that, and so then they're always going to be choosing and choosing and choosing the wrong path, right? You can't continue to worry about those people, right? Those people are going to be around, they're going to be there. One day they may catch on to a different pattern that maybe will work better for them, right? Are you going to stop what you're doing? Stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin. I don't think so, right? I don't think so. And so we're going to be staying right here, working on our money, right? I did some songwriting earlier tonight, so I'm going to do some recording next week again, I believe. We'll work on some songs anyway that I have that are unfinished right now. Again, you can find my music on my Ophelia's Band channel, which is the same as my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. So if you're unable to make a monetary donation today, that's totally cool. You can go ahead and subscribe or like the video for free, right? So please do that. What did we have here? Look, focus. 2025. I feel like you guys are just going to be, yeah, you are going to be into, you're going to be into focus, like you literally. Um, maybe, yeah, that's it. These people, they wanted you to focus on them and their problems and their goals and their dreams and la 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 la, as if you had nothing going on. And you're like, look, mm-hmm. And that's why you might have to tell some people, like, look, you might have to back the F up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna dominate my calendar. You're not gonna dominate my voicemail, my text messaging, any of that, right? Because you're like, my focus is on me and my goals right now. And for some of you, your goals could include, you know, family, you know, your own career contracts, you know, perhaps you are this masculine, perhaps you're working with a masculine. Okay. Okay. I think this person feels pretty fondly for you, collective. Whoever this emperor is, or if you're this emperor, you have a lot of love for this situation that you're in right now. Okay. Um, do I dare use the Lovers Oracle deck right now, you guys? All right, I am, but allow me to go over here for a minute. Oh my gosh, I lost something on my little board here. Yeah, because we want to come out and the read at the end of the reading happy, right? So hang on, you guys. Oh Lord have mercy. Go figure. And take over some of my colors. Good thing I cleansed them in the moonlight. I hope you guys cleansed your crystals and all that good stuff, right? And if not, you know what? Next time, right? Next round. Um, yes. The Lover's Oracle. I'm gonna pull some of these for you guys, okay? Again, please do like the video or consider subscribing to the channel. It is the 100% free way. I do have a link to the PayPal in the description and in the main channel description. But it's the same for PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, okay? So let's see what the Lover's Oracle has to say about this situation. Oh yeah, also I'm getting like channeling the song, like the Grease Mega Mix, You're the One That I Want. So whoever this emperor person is, they kind of they want to dance with you, do the shake shack, take you to the shake shack. Shake those bones. I was also getting Dirty Dancing earlier, so that might be a movie suggestion for somebody. Okay. Who've never seen Dirty Dancing. I am scared of rejection. Yeah. That could be some of these people that are realizing that they haven't done the work, that they realize they're going to be rejected elsewhere because you've been putting up with them, right? And now they have to go out and make their own way, so that could be part of why they're coming towards you. This could also potentially be somebody that wants to invest time with you, but they are nervous about doing so because they're scared of rejection. Okay. So, two different messages there. So, take the reading how it resonates with you. Remember, this is a collective reading, it's not a personal reading. So, if you need a personal reading, I would suggest reaching out to a local reader. There are some good readers on YouTube that do personal readings but I'm not going to sit here and say it's this one and that one and whatever, you know what I mean? Because there are people out there that just want to take your money. Okay. And so that's the thing about all these readings out here. Like these are free. So you're getting out of it what you could in any other type of reading, in my opinion, and as long as you put in the work, right? So in return, we do ask that you like or subscribe to the videos so that us supporting you on your journey can continue, right? Why do I deserve somebody like you? Yeah. Um, this emperor could this emperor could be kind of surprising somebody. I feel like where somebody else previously what had happened was right, what had happened was previously this person expected you to fit into their life and that's it, right? Whereas here they are looking at their work situation, they are doing renegotiations, they are fitting you in, right? And so for some of you collective, what I'm getting is this is actually more you collective, where you're actually seeing this, um, this masculine energy come through, this emperor type thing where, and if you are this masculine, it's like now you're seeing somebody that is a counterpart, right? So it's almost like it's not so much they don't understand deserving you, it's just the whole thing. It's like, wow, I get to do this. You know what I mean? Like I get to strive to have this 10 of pentacles and to have this family. And it's like, why am I deserving? It's almost like they're asking the higher ups here, saying, why do I deserve this? Okay. So that is also part of their kind of renegotiation strategy, right? Thinking like, okay, if I'm deserving of this, like, how am I going to, get to that next level and really build upon this empire here? Okay. Okay. And again, collective, for some of you, yeah, you may be shocked, this person could be complimentary to you as well. They could be, let you know that they like your outfit or your hair or, hey, I like, and whatever it is, you know. For some of you, you might like their hands. Hands may be important again. You deserve better. Yeah. So with this Knight of Swords, whoever this is that wants to try and come back into a situation, you definitely do deserve better than that. Okay. Um, especially if it's, this kind of this deceiver here. Okay. So this you deserve better also collective is what's kind of driving you maybe to be a little defensive about what you might be working on achieving, what any whatever it is your passion project is, right? Um maybe you're like, look, I don't have any time to work on these welding projects or whatever it is I want to make, so yeah, I do deserve better where I can carve out my time if I wish, right? I don't want to go to so and so's baby shower for the 15th time. Sorry. Whatever, you know what I mean? You're like, this time I gotta keep that commitment to myself. Right. And I'm not trying to say that other people are wasting your time, but your time, again, is one of your most one of your most valuable investments, right? Your time and your health, right? So this channel is called Manifest Wisely. So Laura, how could you ever forgive the mess I've made? Um, yeah. And for some of you collective, yeah, it's like you might forgive, but you're not forgetting, right? You're like, yeah, I didn't forget about that. I didn't forget about how you stole from me. I did not forget how you slapped me around when we were kids and now you want to act like you're my friend now. You know what I mean? All of that stuff. All of it. Yeah. Hmm. It kind of some of it goes that deep for some folks, right? And that's why moving forward can be so difficult, right? But you've already decided in your heart that you deserve better, right? Um, that movie again, Hope Floats, where she comes back to her hometown and she has to get a job and in her hometown. And so she goes to this temporary agency and the lady running the agency she used to go to high school with. And she calls her by this nickname. And the lady's like, nobody really calls me that anymore. she had to kind of put her in her place, like, we're not kids anymore. You don't get to kind of bully me around. That lady decided that she deserved better, and so Sandra Bullock's character had to be like, oh, I'm sorry, like, oh, and she kind of realized she's like, oh, maybe I was kind of like, you know what I mean? We all have those moments where we have to decide. And, her character in that movie could have been like, well, yeah, maybe I should call you that still. No, she decided, okay, that's a learning moment for her, right? And Sandra Bullock's character realized, like, okay, this woman's trying to teach her better, to do better, right? So there's more ways than one to win in these situations. Again, if you look at it from the proper point of view. Now, somebody who doesn't want to do that is going to be sitting up crying, whining, saying, "I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I just got sat three tables at the same time. I just got sat three tables at the same time."